Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss alternator, working principle and construction of the alternator, and let's start the today's section. Alternator. We have another two names of alternator, that is the first one is nothing but synchronous generator and AC generator. Now first of all, what is a generator? The generator is a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. In the previous sections we saw that DC generator. In the DC generator, what is the output we have in the sense DC voltage. Now here we are having AC generator. That means we are getting the voltage output as AC voltage. Let's see the working principle. The working principle of a alternator is very simple. It is just like a basic principle of DC generator, and it is also depending upon Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Now, which says the current is induced in the conductor inside in a magnetic field when there is a relative motion between conductor and magnet field. Now in the previous class, as per a DC generator, which law is applicable in the sense Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. What is that Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction? In the sense, whenever a conductor placed in between magnetic field, the current will be induced in the conductor. Now that is the law of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Now once you check the diagram, now once you observe this diagram, now this diagram take it as the same as from a DC generator also, and it is also related to AC. Only the thing is, now in the DC generator at the ending point we have commutator and brushes, and here AC generator we have slip rings. That is the difference we have for DC generator as well as AC generator. Now once you see the diagram, now we have north pole and south pole. Now due to the presence of north pole and the south pole, the magnetic lines passing from one side to another side. Now this coil, now this is ABCD, this is called as a rectangular coil. Now it is attached with the spindle. Now that is help for rotating purpose. Now we have north pole and south pole. Now we have load here. Now whenever the magnetic lines passes through north pole to south pole, now the conductor will cut the magnetic lines. Now if it is cut the magnetic lines, according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, the current will be passing through the conductor. Now this conductor is directly connected to carbon brushes, and it is directly take it out from this. Now for example, now for initial position, the magnetic lines are passing from north pole to south pole. Now the magnetic the conductor shape, this rectangular shape ABCD, this is the rectangular shape, is parallel with the magnetic lines. That means both are in parallel condition. Now there is no magnetic flux created in the conductor. Now that means there is no induced EMF in the conductor at that particular time. The parallel condition is zero. Now whenever the rectangular shape is rotating, that means angle is changing time to time. That means the current also producing from time to time. At the time at angle is 90, we'll get the maximum current in the conductor. Will now at that same time we'll get the positive and negative sign of the current. Now construction of alternator. In the alternator or a synchronous generator or AC generator, both are same. Now synchronous generator, in the construction of synchronous generator mainly we have two parts. One is nothing but stator and one more is nothing but rotor. Now what is mean by stator in the sense stationary part and the rotor in the sense rotating part. In the rotor we are having again two types. One is nothing but salient pole rotor and one more is nothing but cylindrical rotor. We have another name of cylindrical rotor is nothing but non-salient pole. One is called as a salient pole and one more called as a non-salient pole. Another name of this non-salient pole is cylindrical rotor. Now first we'll go for stator. Okay, now this is the stator diagram. Now this is the outer frame of the mission. Now this is called as a base of the mission. The mainly if you observe the stator diagram, now we have various parts. Now once you observe the various part, now this is nothing but frame. The outer part is frame. Now next one we'll have core. Now in this armature slots we'll place the armature conductors or windings. And next one is cooling arrangement. Now when it is operating it will get heated. Now for that purpose we are using some cooling arrangement in internally. Now coming to the frame. Now in the stator the main parts are armature slots and stator core. In the stator core we are placing the armature winding rods. Now frame. Now if you see this one, this is we have so many types, that is nothing but small type, large type. Now for small type we are using cast iron material we are using for making up. Now for the large size missions we are using for welding steel type material we are using for manufacturing. The main advantage of this stator is nothing but the made up of joining the laminated silicon steel strip together we can form the armature slots. Now this base will attached with this one. Now because of the stator screwed to the frame in which to prevent from the vibration. If any vibration will occurs, it will touches with the base value. That means there is no damage purpose we are using. Okay, let's see the original diagram of alternator. Now this is a alternator diagram. We have stator and rotor. Internally we will have so many poles and armature winding and slots and rings and brushes we have. Now this is the main diagram of the alternator, and we'll go for first one is stator and the next one is rotor. Now we already discussed stator diagram and we'll go for rotor. In the rotor we'll have again two types, that is nothing but salient pole and non-salient pole. Now first we'll go for salient pole. Now this is salient pole rotor. Now these type of rotors are used medium at low speed of alternator. That means where we need low speed and medium speed, that where we'll use the salient pole rotors. Now these type of rotors are projected out from the surface of the rotor core. These projected poles are made up of steel lamination and to reduce the eddy current losses, and poles are fitted by spider kit with a shaft. A spider kit in the sense, now this is the spider kit. For every joint we have one spider kit with this. Now the diameter of the rotor is lots and length is very small than compared to the previous one. The field winding is placed in the poles. Now a slot are cut sorry now slots are cut for the depending upon the upper frame of the load. Now slot are cut for damping winding with the upper part of the pole. These damping winding is made up of copper bars, and these bars are usually inserted in parallel with the pole face. The second type is non-silent bore. Now these rotors are also known as cylindrical rotors, and these rotors are used for high speed. Now previously silent pole used for low speed, and this is used for high speed. Now such as in thermal plants we are using this type of rotors, and these are made up of high grade steel. These are made up of high grade steel. Now 2 by 3 part of rotor surface slots are cut at a rectangular interval parallel to the shaft. The DC field winding placed in between these slots, and all the slots the DC winding will be placed. DC winding will be placed here also, and this winding is distributed type. These type of alternator having 4 and 2 poles on the rotor side. Now this is 1 and this is 1, we have 2 poles, right? Now this type of construction give the good mechanical strength and more accurate dynamic value. Now this is about construction of the alternator. In the next class we'll discuss about types of AC generators. Thank you.